Thanks so much for taking time with us today. Let's talk about the economic picture in your state and what you all there in Washington can do to help those auto workers and others right down the line to restaurants, the suppliers, everybody who comes out of that supply chain into the automakers of Michigan.
Well, that's right. When you talk about closing down a plant, it's not just folks in that plant. It's a very, very long supply chain throughout our state. It's really throughout the country. When you think about auto manufacturing, it's just a key component of the manufacturing sector broadly. And when you see that, it ripples through the chain. And where you see the biggest impact are some of the smaller suppliers. They are not necessarily large. They're not unionized. These are folks who can suddenly find themselves unemployed. And then there's all the other businesses that surround where those plants are or where those other suppliers are. So it is a cascading effect. We're seeing that already with our unemployment numbers in Michigan. I know you quoted a number of numbers there. I'll be talking to the governor in about a half hour about this issue specifically. But I think we're seeing about a 550% increase in people coming into the unemployment office, which is why we have to strengthen that system. For us here in Congress, we've got to make sure the money is there to help folks who are in the unemployment system. We also have to expand it because we're dealing with gig workers, which is very real in our economy. We're dealing with small business owners who traditionally can't be in the unemployment system, and yet when they lay off all of their employees and don't have an income coming in, they're in a very, very serious situation. So that's why I've introduced legislation. We're working to try to get it in this next big package, that we expand the unemployment system, put more resources in there, expand the numbers of people who can get in. And we're doing it in a way similar to what we do through FEMA and through national emergencies. When you have a hurricane, people are naturally displaced as a result of that and lose their jobs. You have to have immediate assistance, and it has to be as broad as possible. Well, today we don't have a hurricane in one region of the country. We basically have a hurricane that's blowing all across the entire country, and we have to make sure that our unemployment system is up to that. And that includes resources for states. They're overwhelmed right now. Their systems are overwhelmed. They have to move to online in order to process that for safety reasons. They need resources from the federal government. We need to step up and do it immediately.